hungry. All right. I am ready. I've got a message for you, and I want you to like this page and share it for people that's a part of your posse, people that are positive, people that have goals and dreams and want to go to that next level. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something that's very important, and that is the power to unleash your why. What do you mean by that? I think the reason that a lot of people are failing, I was talking to a friend the other day, and she told me what she was majoring in. And I asked her, I said, what are you going to do with that? She said, I don't know. And she's not alone. 30% of people who go to school, spend thousands of dollars, end up doing something that they didn't major in and spent all kind of money and time and energy soaking up information about that field that they don't end up doing work in that area. And the reason is, I think it's not in their heart. I think it's not something that's their calling. I think it's not something that is compelling them to do it. See, you need to know what your why is and why you do what you do. And I've been talking about this, and I've been saying to you, and I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for 53 years, 54 now, and I'm 81, and I still love it. You want to find something that's sustainable, that's competitive, and that it's you, that is something that turns you on. Now, if you can feel me up at here, let me see some messages from you, because I have a message for you. And I'm paying attention to the fact that people don't like long messages. I want to do 2 hours every day. No, I want to do 15 minutes. Or maybe it's not going to be down to 12. But your power to speak, if you got a story, your power to speak can change your world. Not only in terms of the service you can provide and the lives that you can change and the money that you can earn. And I want you to go to hungrytospeak.com and told my son, play the video, please. Oh, you still downloading it? Oh, okay. No, you already have that one. That's the one with the pink dress. You already have that yourself. Okay, let me continue. Well, Q, I tell you what to do. Bring my mother's picture up, please. Let me move past this. All right. No, bring it full screen. All right, thank you. I want to talk to you about the power of why. And the reason that I want to talk to you is because when you know why you are doing something, it gives you power. It gives you the ability to become unstoppable. It gives you the drive to find a way to do it. Most people just going out here, and a lot of people, they just want to make some money. That's not enough. And that's why they end up going to college and majoring in stuff, and they don't even know why they're there. When you know why you're doing something, you hold yourself to a different standard. You are focused. You are consistent. You are relentless. I was determined that I was going to take care of my mother. She used to work in a nursing home. I said, you will not go to a nursing home when I am a man. I was 18 at the time, and I always told her that. And when mama got up in age, and how many of you know that you can get a phone call that can change your life? I'm not the only one. I know people who move cross country to be near their parents because they love them. And in my case, I love my mother. I just got reelected to the Ohio legislature. And I had a promising political career. I enjoyed politics, but I love my mama. And I decided the next day when I got a call from my sister that mama was sick, the next day I call a news conference and resign from the Ohio legislature, 29th House District. My first term, I passed 14 bills. I knew how to negotiate. I knew how to speak on the floor and debate. I knew how to get things done for my constituents. And when Mama got sick, things changed. How many of you know that you didn't say God laugh at our plans? I didn't know you got these plans over here, and then something happens, and whoa, you didn't see it coming, and you had to make a decision. And in my case, I enjoyed what I did, and I was good at it. I'm not bragging. I was good at it. The ministers who were legislators, Reverend Phil Hill, many of them would say, "Hey, Les, would you introduce this for me? Would you go before the committees and debate this bill?" I said, yes, I know how to do it. And the reason that I'm promoting Hungry to Speak, it's your superpower. In the beginning was the word. It's your superpower. It allows you to promote yourself, to create a brand, to promote your business or your ideas or lead a movement. My ability to communicate, I beat a 22-year incumbent, no political experience and a limited amount of money, but I won. And the reason that I did was because I was willing to invest in myself and get the coaching from Mike Williams. I want you to get the book called The Road to Your Best Stuff. He saw this, Les Brown, before I saw him. It's very important that you have people in your life that have a skill set that you don't have, that you can pay them to teach you how to do it. Ask him, hey man, I want to be able to speak like you. I was amazed at how good he was. And he asked me, are you willing to put your money where your mouth is? I said, yes. And it was the best investment I made. He's still my coach to this day. And so I want you to get the book. I wrote the foreword to it, The Road to Your Best Stuff. And so I wanted to use my ability to communicate to take care of my mother. And when I resigned from the Ohio legislature, and I worked hard to get there. Now, mind you, I don't have any college education, had no political experience. And I had to figure out, what am I going to do now? What's next? There are a lot of people that are now asking, what's next? What do I want to do now? Over 650,000 African-American females have lost their jobs, not because they were incompetent, but because of the political climate and automation and AI and all the things that's going on. But all of us have things in our lives that happen, and we have to ask the question, what's next? And so I want to share with you your superpower, that no matter what you decide to do, this would help you to carve out a place for yourself. Okay, my son, all right, make me full screen, please. So as you look at yourself, look at your goals and dreams. Warren Buffett said, when you develop your communication skills, you increase your value by 50%. The reason that I have this magazine, and oh, by the way, I know this audience, y'all have a limited attention span, so I'll be through. I'll give myself 5 more minutes. I'll be through. Okay. Now, you want to develop yourself. I've created this magazine. It's called Hungry to Speak. I want you to go to hungrytospeak.com. It's free. And let me share something with you. I can't tell you the ability to think on your feet, the ability to present your ideas. When I was in the legislature, when they said, Mr. Speaker, Les Brown, yes, sir, 29th House District. Yes, I'd like to challenge the gentleman from Toledo, Mr. Wilkowski. He was a fierce debater. He was an attorney. And he might wipe the floor of the Ohio representatives' floor with me one time when I challenged him. But I went to committees and watched him and studied him. Study people that's doing what you want to do so you can get better. And I studied him and I watched him and I kept challenging him. And then pretty soon when I raised my hand, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to challenge the gentleman. and he would say, "Hey, can Mr. Speaker, can I talk with him? Can we just take a 10-minute recess?" And I said, "No, I want to speak now." I was young and militant. And C.J. McGlynn, he was a very brilliant man from Toledo, Ohio, very powerful. He said, "Les?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." "Yes, sir." He said, "If you can get a man's attention by tapping him on the shoulder, why fight him? He might get a lucky punch in. Find out what he wants to do, how y'all can work this out without fighting on the floor." I said, "Yes, sir." Here's something else. Learn to be coachable. I was being driven by my emotions because he defeated me so many times. I was ready to pay him back. The best revenge is to be successful. The best revenge is to be coachable and have somebody in your corner who can see what you can't see. And we had a conversation. We came in agreement for things that would serve his constituents and that would serve my constituents. And we developed a relationship out of respect. Former Senator Brooks, he said, "We have no permanent enemies or permanent friends. We have permanent interests." Wow. And so your ability, while I'm providing, and we're going to be upgrading it with different things, how you can earn money with your voice, how you can monetize it, how you can be able to create an experience with your voice. The goal is not just to tell a story. A lot of people think being on stage and talking is therapy. Or I hear people coming out, "Oh, you got to learn how to hold your hands together and walk on this side of the stage and walk over here." Give me a break. When you go on and see me speaking before 80,000 people in the Georgia Dome, you don't see me doing any of that Mickey Mouse stuff. This is something that you want to use this. This is your major superpower. You can't see the picture when you're in the frame. You can't read the label when you're locked in the box. And they're talking about artificial intelligence going to replace everybody. No, the human factor will always be present. Your mindset, how you think, and your ability to communicate, and developing a community of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships, having people around you that you can learn from, that you can grow from. I have a rituals. Every day I'm going to learn something today that I didn't know yesterday. I just talked to my son Toller. I said, "Look, come over here. I'm changing all of this configuration over here so I can do it. I don't want to have to call you to bring me on. I want to run everything because I can. I got it like that." And trust me on this, when you use your mind, and a lot of people are victims of dementia and Alzheimer's because they don't exercise, they're not using their minds, and they don't have purpose. They don't have meaning. They have a reason to get up in the morning. I get up because I got something to do. I've got an agenda in my life. I want to make my life matter. Every day counts for me. And I'm encouraging you. You're not going to be young forever. For the young people, you're not going to be young forever. One day you're going to wake up like I have and look at the mirror and say, "I'm 81. Oh my God. I know death is peeping in the window." Be coming for you. I don't know how long it's going to take you. You can run pretty fast at 81. We've been looking at you for a long time, from the time you were diagnosed with 4th-stage cancer, and you beat us then. But we after you. I want you to know, don't slow up. No, I'm not. See, we don't talk about the impermanence of life. I want, when I leave here, that I've made a mark. And there are people who put so much energy in criticizing people. There's never been a statue erected to a critic. My goal is, as Henry David Thoreau said, he said, "I want to get life in a corner and suck all the marrow out of it." Most people just going through life being casual. My message is not for everybody, because it's easier to win now than ever before, because there's so many people that's distracted by the madness that's going on, and the narrative that they're going to be replaced by artificial intelligence, as if they can't learn some new skill, as if they can't create some new economy, a new job. And so they're listening to the madness from the world. Be ye not conformed to this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The reason I'm telling you to get Hungry to Speak magazine, go to hungrytospeak.com. I've got some motivational messages that I've created that you get a download on a regular basis. And it doesn't cost you anything. Why are you doing it? Because I speak. Why are you doing it? Because God gave me a blessing of life, and I've been blessed to be a blessing to others. Somebody looked at me, never knew my father. They called him Doc Randolph out of Gainesville, Georgia. Never knew him, never saw him, never heard his voice, but I heard a man named Leroy Washington. And I heard his voice. Isn't it interesting? I heard his voice, and he's got two sons, and they didn't do what I'm doing. They didn't hear what I heard, and they didn't see the man that I saw. Is that something I mean to tell you? Is that amazing? How that you pour everything you can in your children, and they don't appreciate you to the extent that somebody else appreciates you. Why, Les? I don't know. I don't know. I know people. I mean, I've had parents, my children, some of my children, not all, just didn't call to check to see how I'm doing. Now, they might say, well, Dad is Superman. He didn't kick cancer's butt. He's doing all these things. Has that ever happened to you? Or they have the what ifs, all the things you do, but that's nullified by but. But yeah, you did this over here. But so let me see some flames over here. Some of the parents out here who know what I'm talking about when you start dealing with these grown children. This is one. Let me share you something. I'm taking care of myself. I told my kids, you don't owe me nothing. You didn't ask to be here. I'm not looking for you to take care of me. I want to be able to take care of myself and wipe my own behind. Oh, behave. And what drives you? I saw Mamie Brown work to take care of 7 children that she didn't give birth to. I saw her work, and I mean, at the M&M cafeteria in downtown Miami. I saw her work going on Miami Beach and cleaning the homes of wealthy families. I saw her work when her knees and her ankles were swollen, and we knew when it was going to rain. And Mama would say, "Oh, Arthur's bothering." Mama, who's Arthur? You always talk about Arthur. Don't worry. You get old enough, you'll find out who Arthur is. I know who Arthur is now. My God, let me tell you something. My right butt know about Arthur. This thing called like, oh, it's live going forward, but you learn looking back. And Mama was so right. Mama told me there would be days like this. Listen, every day you wake up, it's a blessing. Every day. And make a decision. Find your why. What keeps you going at this stage of my life? I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, and I'm a great-grandfather. I spent some time with some of my great-grandchildren. They call me Papa's Papa. Okay? Papa. They call them their grandfather Papa. They call me Papa's Papa. What a name up in here. And I'm here because somebody made a sacrifice for me. I'm here. I'm standing on the shoulders of other people. I feel like, Horace Mann, you should be ashamed to die until you've made some major contribution to humankind. I'm working to make a contribution, to live a life that will outlive me, to help people who have a vision and goal and dream and shorten their learning curve, because I've gone through some stuff and I've learned some stuff. So you want to get next to somebody that's doing what you want to do, that you can learn from. Proximity is power. I was talking to somebody, just giving some advice the other day, and they interrupted me. I said, "Are you interrupting me? I'm talking to you, and you're interrupting me. I'm where you want to be. How long you been doing this? 21 years. You've been 21 years doing this, and you're going to interrupt me. And I've changed lives around the world. And I'm talking to you to help shorten your learning curve. I can see some stuff you can't see because you can't read the label when you're in the box. And you're going to tell me about somebody that you talked to who told you what to do to challenge what I told you what to do. And I ask you, are they on my level? Have they done what I've done? Have they made the same impact? See, I know this. This is what I do. I'm learning things about technology, and I have a sense enough to hire some people who know more than I do and have them around me. And I'm saying to you, don't argue with people who don't appreciate and who don't respect you. I remember a lady got up and asked Maya Angelou a question. She said, Maya, I want to ask you a question. And Maya checked her. She said, excuse me. I'm old enough for your mother, for your grandmother. Address me appropriately. Sometimes you have to check people. Am I right? Let me see some flames or something if you can feel a brother up in here. Okay. Oh my goodness, look at the time. No, let me stop. Because y'all only have a 6-second attention span. So I'll see you tomorrow. I went over about 15 minutes. I was trying. My mother said, Leslie, yes, ma'am, boy, your mouth like a refrigerator. You can't hold nothing. Yes, ma'am, Mom. I'm going to try and be quiet. She was right. Y'all take it easy. Bye for now. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow at 12 noon, okay? All right. Bye for now. Bye-bye. I took it myself. Stop it.